Hang on, guys. I'm trying to get a full screen here. Hang on. Ay, 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 ay. That's not it. Hang on. There we go. It's not, is it, look, do I have a black border around my screen? Can y'all tell me? Do I have a black border? There it goes. Okay. Too many clicking. Too much clicking. And Malibu just is constantly wanting to move over here. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, let's see. Missy, Deb E, View, Janet, Dawn, Laverne. Thanks everybody for being here. Terry. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I just didn't know if I was going to make it this morning. When so much is going on. My camera's all crooked. There we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. So I did I'll post a picture of all my Camilla books on the thumbnail. But okay, should be gone now, Janet. The black border should be gone now. Okay, so let's see. Marilyn. Who else? View. Yeah, so I did a whole bunch of happy mail this morning. So yeah, just kind of catching up on a bunch of stuff. Yes, Camilla Day. Is the black border gone, Janet? Let me take a bite of a Fig Newton here. I don't have any bananas. Got my lemon water. Let's see. Who else am I missing? Trying to catch everybody. Janet's not answering, so I guess it's gone. No, stay over here, baby. Hey. Hi, cat. Pamela. Let's see. Oh, I got to turn. Hang on. Let me go over to my settings here. I've got to turn off the autofocus. Let's see. Is it bright enough there? We'll see if that's good. Okay. Do I need to zoom out one? Let's zoom out for a minute. Okay. Do you have a huge marshmallow? Oh yes. No, it's a cloud. It's a cloud view. Hi, Pam, Pamela, and Ginger Cat Lady Pam. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for being here. So yeah, we're gonna color in a Camilla. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, sorry. Okay, thank you, Janet. It goes by fast. So I did pick a picture Monday that I'm going to do the axolotls in here, but I'm going to do a flip of all my Camilla books. View. I'm going to do a flip of all my books. Well, all my color books. I also have her Pop Manga drawing book, her art book, but those are downstairs on my art shelf. I pulled these off my color book out of the color book room. Oh my gosh. I know, right, View? Hi, Kimberly. Hope you and Hubs are doing well. The Hubster's got a luncheon today, so he won't be home for lunch. Maybe we'll just stream all day. No, we're not going to do that. Let's see. Who else? So, yeah, thanks, everybody, for coming in. I'm eating my Fig Newton so my voice doesn't crack. We're going to color Pop Manga. Oh, I'll show you. I'll give y'all a sneak peek. I haven't put them in sleeves and signed the front yet, but next week I'm going to do my 30K giveaway, and I printed out a bunch of prints. It's probably better. I haven't put them in sleeves yet. Once I put them in the sleeves, I put them all in them. I put my prints in these sleeves, you know. But I printed out a bunch and put them on some black cardstock. So this is going to be my 30K giveaway. I'll let y'all see it. Now, don't do anything yet. I have to make a post tab next Monday. I'll make a post tab on Monday that'll run through maybe Wednesday for like 3 days. And if you leave a comment, you'll get all these prints. So, hi, Tina. Good morning. Angie. Who else am I missing? I know I'm missing people. Missy. Put it in caps, guys, if you're talking to me. You'll be in Australia next week. Awesome. I know you're going to go visit Messy Di. Pam's going to go visit relatives in Australia, and she's going to see Messy Di while she's there. Yeah, Janet, CB, um, Zandra, they went and visited Jen about, I think it was about 6 years ago? It was before the virus. They went to Australia for a couple of weeks. Well, I'm not sure how long everybody exactly was there. Xander was there longer. Hi, Faithful Mess. Who else? Let's see. So yeah, I did print these out and put them on some cardstock, and I'm going to put them in sleeves and mail them in a priority envelope if it's in the US. If it's international, they're just going in a white envelope, and we hope for the best. So next week I'll be giving all these away in a giveaway, leave a comment kind of thing. Not today. Don't leave it. Well, I mean, you can leave a comment today, but it's not going to count toward my 30K. So look, I'm going to give you, let's see if I can get it. Let me get the color just right before I flip through these. Let's turn this down a little. There we go. There we go. That's better. So these are the ones I'm going to give away in the drawing. So I printed out, I think I printed out 7 or 8 of them. So yeah, all these to one person. So let's keep flipping. Yeah, and I'll show them again next week. I think there's 7 or 8 of them. 7 or 8 of them. So yeah, all these are going to be to one person next week, and I'll put each one in a sleeve so they're nice and protected. So that'll be fun. And you got our happy mail. You're welcome. You already used the chicken. Let's see. Do you are currently experiencing crowding? Yes, crowding. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Thank you, Ginger Cat Lady Pam. And also, guys, if y'all, hi Leona, if y'all and Arlene, who else? Artful Esther, if y'all are not watching, if you're not watching the World Cup videos on Instagram, you are missing out. Oh my gosh, from both sides, from America's side, from Europe's side, Japan. There's a whole bunch of different ones. Algeria. There's just, the World Cup. Oh my gosh, they are so refreshing. It's so encouraging. It just makes you, whatever country you're from, you're proud to be from that country. The Scotland, they were doing bagpipes through downtown Boston. They went to Fenway Park, and it's just, there's so many. The Norway's been doing their rowing, going up escalators and in stadiums, and they're all talking about the food, how much they love America. They're going to baseball games, and it's just, y'all got to go look at Instagram, or if you're on some other social media, but go look at all the World Cup videos that the people from Europe are the people that are on, TikTok and Instagram and all that are making videos of all the wonderful things that they see in America and how everybody's treating them so well, because all these different countries are at different cities around the world. I mean, around the United States, like they're in Kansas, they're in Austin, they're in Atlanta. So they're just all over the states, and everybody's it's just a big celebration and a big party, and it's just awesome. So if you've not watched any of the Instagram or wherever you watch your videos of all the awesomeness of America, you will be proud to be an American if you watch. If you're not proud to be American after watching these videos, there's just something wrong with you people. There is just something wrong with you. So go watch some of those videos, and you will be proud to be American after watching how the rest of the countries in the world are being treated so well here. And it's just awesome. It's just how much they love America. It's amazing. It's just awesome, guys. So do yourself a favor and go watch them. Okay, let's see. Who else am I missing? Vale, Devon. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Um, I know, right, Laverne? It does. It just does your heart good. I'm telling you, people, you cannot be depressed watching those. Oh, it's just amazing. Asa, who else? Um, did I say hi to you, Terry? I think I said hi to you. Who else? Scrolling, scrolling, catching up through all the different people coming in. Christina. I do try to catch everybody coming in, but I know I missed some of y'all. Hi, Foxy Brown. Who else? So how to view. Yeah, I know. View, I don't totally get it, but you need to go. Well, you may have already, but go watch some of those videos of all the countries and how they're celebrating hundreds of bagpipe players walking down the street, all the Norwegians doing their Viking rowing, and you just, I can't even describe it. They walk into a Bucky's or a Waffle House and they're going, oh my gosh. And they're saying what really impressed me the most of all the people that are doing, talk all the Europeans and the other countries too coming here and saying, oh my gosh, the media has totally got y'all wrong in Europe. They're so amazed when they get here how the media has totally got us wrong over there. So, for them to come here and see everything and how wonderful they're being treated, and then to go back to Europe and their other countries, Japan and Algeria, the different ones, and to see, and for them to say that. So, exactly, view. Exactly. Let's see. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Okay, so I wanted to share that with y'all. If y'all have not seen any of those videos, I sent about 10 of them to Janet. Janet sees them all too, but I picked some of my favorite ones and said I messaged them in IG to her about 10 of them this morning before I even got out of bed. I said, I got to send these to Janet. So anyway, but I did get my Happy Mail done. I did printed all my prints, got them ready for mailing, my thank yous. What else? I worked a little bit last night on my artist trading cards for if you've not seen the artist trading card swap that Janet and I are putting on, go look at my post tab later. All the information is there on how to be a part of the artist trading card swap. And I got lemon water hiccups. Okay, so I'm going to flip through. This is the one, I'll do this one last because this is my newest one. Let's zoom in. This is my newest one, and this is the one we're going to color in today. So I'll do this one again last, but I'm just going to do a kind of quick flip through my Pop Manga, all my Camilla Directo coloring books. And am I ever going to finish one? The only one that I may ever finish is probably my Cute and Creepy. And I only work in this in October. I might have done a little something here or there, but I've been working in this since, let me see, what year did it come out? I've been working in this one since 2020. I thought it was later than that, but I guess 2020. So I've been working in this for 5 years. This will be the 6th year I've worked in this, and I only work in it in October. In October, I do Inktober. I kind of have an idea what I want to do for Inktober this year. This will be my 16th year, I think. 15th year? No, let's see, 10, 15. I don't know. I think 12, maybe. I don't remember. I'll have to look it up how many years I've been doing Inktober consecutively and finishing it every year. So, but in October, I do my Inktober. I'll probably do another poster. I've done posters for the last few years. And I do a collage pumpkin every October. And I work in Cute and Creepy every October. So October's like a big, month for me to do a bunch of stuff in. Let's see. Yes. Shaz. Let me scroll. Said hi to Vale. Anybody else I missed come in? All right, so I'm going to just kind of slide this over to the side. I'll start with Cute and Creepy, and then let me see. I'll zoom in one more. I'll show you what I've done. Then we'll color a little bit in the new monster one. And Deb E, let me see, where's my phone? Deb E already posted one out of it. She said, I couldn't wait to work in this book. She got it and she already posted a picture. Let me see if I can find it real quick on IG. Oh, what's that? Who did that one? Oh, she did a different one too. This one's colored by Poet Spice. She's doing, oh, okay. So Debbie's in a, let me turn down that brightness. Debbie is doing a color along with somebody. This one's Debbie's. That one's Poet Spices, and that's in the land of I don't know. Is it supposed to be? Is it like adventure in some? I'm not sure. It's one of the Rita Berman books. And anyway, so there's Deb E's right there, but she did one in. She already did a new one in the monster myths and monsters. So there's one that she did there. So yeah, I do. If y'all, I do try to show off y'all's work, and if I follow you in Instagram and you're following me, and we comment to each other, then I see more and more of your stuff. All right, let's see here. Uh, yeah, did I also ask about Flights of Fancy? Yes, I'm going to show Flights of Fancy. I'm going to, and you know, Kat, I appreciate you putting all the links in. Do not feel like you have to. Kat puts in the links like nobody's business. So y'all make sure and tell her thank you when she puts in a link for you. But I think if y'all know where like Camilla Del Recco, you can find all her books. So you're welcome, Debbie. All right, let's see. Lisa. All right. So again, put it in caps if you're talking to me. I posted a couple. Oh, okay. Let me look. Tina said she posted. Tina's Catacomic 64 on Instagram. Let me go find her. Let's see. Go back here. Go back here. Do a search. Catacomic. Tina. Okay. Oh, she did post some. And she's working in Journey to Wonderland by Yoko Katami. And these are really pretty. I hadn't seen these yet, so let me like them real quick. Tina. So here we go. And y'all, that doesn't show up well on my phone. If y'all want to see them really well, go follow everybody and go and then you can see them every time someone does. Catacomic 64 is our Tina. Let's go this way. Look at this one. So yeah. And then I think she did something else in Leon's Journey. This was, I think I might have already shown that. She's also coloring in Leon's Journey book, which I'm trying to do as well. I went through the whole book and laid out the colors on all the main characters. But Tina's rocking it. Tina is rocking it for sure. All right. So, hi, Missy Dar. Are you getting excited to see Pam? Was it going to be next week that you see her? Are you getting excited for her visit? Mm. Yeah, she is a coloring hero, isn't she, View? Hi, Belinda. All right. So if I've missed you, I didn't mean to. I do go back and scrub through my chat later to see if I've missed people, and especially if I've missed new people. And if you have any content, I'll go follow you. So yeah, Missy. See, Tina goes, I really need to learn how to take better pictures. The colors never seem as vivid. Well, you have adjustments on your phone, Tina. You can adjust it. Here, let me show you. Let's just take a minute to show Tina because I had to show Janet. And Janet still doesn't do it all the time. I said, Janet, you know how to fix that? All right, so I'm just going to take a picture of one of Tina's. And I saved it to my photos. Let me go over to my photos and let me grab it here. And I'm going to crop it down. All right, so let's see what we can do here for Tina. Okay, now it's on my right now. It's on my turn the brightness down on my phone situation. So we'll see what we can do. All right, so here's Tina's picture. Now we're going to go down here and we're going to select some things. We'll start with adjusting. We'll adjust the exposure. So how's the exposure looking? We can go up, we can go down, we can go down. Let's give it a little less exposure. All right, now let's go over to maybe, I'm not going to do all of them, but let's see. Let's go over to maybe contrast here. Let's go over and give it a little contrast. And then, of course, you know what your picture looks like. So you can make it look like your picture. I don't know what the original looks like, so I can't adjust it to your, situation. Okay, then we can go over here to brightness. We can brighten it up just a little or less. There we go. Then we can give it some black point. We can get some of the black in there. We can give it more or less color. Look here, you can go from that much color to that much color. You can give it, so you can adjust it to whatever saturation and Tina probably knows this. I'm just showing it to everybody. And then you can go over to sharpness. You can give it more sharpness. So you can do all kinds of things for it. And then when you're done, you just hit done and then it's ready to go. So yeah, in case anybody else didn't know that. You can adjust your pictures to match whatever it is you're trying to, post that matches to what you're doing, because it doesn't always take the best pictures. Ask Janet, but Janet is getting better at it. Just saying. She's gotten way better. Speaking of, let me go ahead and show you. She did take an awesome picture. She took an awesome picture of, what do you call it? Jimmy, her cat. James Bond. James Bond. That's Janet's cat. Isn't that awesome? He just looks like Bond, James Bond. Oh, I know. I love that. So she knows how to take pictures when she tries. Yeah, I know. Okay, so this is Cute and Creepy. And again, we started this in 2020. So this one's probably got more pages done in it than any other book. Let's see what I got going on here. Do I need to refocus? Refocus a little. Let's see. How's my contrast? Is that pretty good? No, that's better. Let's see there. Let's turn up the brightness just a little. Okay, I think that's pretty good. He is, Tina. He is. So this one's got gold on it. So this is my Cute and Creepy book that I work in every October. And I'm just going to do a quick flip it. I hope it doesn't look too flashed out. Let me try to grab the light there. There we go. That's better. Here's one of the sample ones I've done. We're showing just in process how I do different techniques. So I'll stop and show a technique and then never get back to it. I mean, where did you say the info for the swap is? When you go to my main channel, Esther, my main, not right here. You have to go to my main home page, and you'll see little tabs. You'll see live, you'll see videos. And by the way, guys, when you go to try to look at my videos, don't go click on videos. Those are old, and I only have a few there. You have to click on the live tab. You have to click on the live tab to see all these videos that we do here. That's what the tab is. Anyway, then there's shorts and there's different things, and there's post. There's a post tab, Esther, and under the post tab is all the information on the ATCs. Or of course, you can always just ask Kat. You can always just ask Cheshire Cat. She'll give you a link. My gosh, Kat, you rock. Oh my goodness. So here's where I've done stenciling in the background with inks. And this is acrylic paint in the background here. And then because I put acrylic paint down, this is white pencil. So I could put white pencil around it because it's acrylic paint, where that doesn't work if you just put a bunch of pencil down. But I'm going to paint today. I'm going to paint. I decided I was going to do pan pastel, but I said, no, I'm going to use acrylic paint. You'll see. We'll do acrylic paint today. Let's see, Lucretia. So this one's got some Posca highlights and stuff. And so it's paint and color pencil for the most part, and some Posca, So you can see the Posca in there. Hi, CK. Okay, so here we go. There's some bees. I do have her whole book of flight of fancy. So it's got bees, butterflies, and stuff in that. But I do like doing the little bees. Then here's another. Let's see. I think I might need to turn the brightness down, especially when I go onto pages that have black backgrounds. It really flashes out. There we go. That's pretty good. I just walked away from my desk with vintage photos sprayed all over my. Oh no! Sitting. Oh no! Cheshire cat. Oh my gosh, guys! How many of y'all raise your hand? Mine did the pan pastel. Sat in the pan pastel. Pam. My gosh, that might be. I don't know. I think that would be worse. Yours is worse. Oh, let me just kind of, there we go. If I hold it up, because of the wind, the wind is open and I got my giant, 3 foot by, is it 4 foot, 3 foot by 3 foot light over here. So it gives it a glare. I like this one because of I like the lace and stuff on her. I did a little too much gory blood on him, but here's some mist. I did some mist on him. And again, this is the black background is acrylic paint. If you got questions, put it in caps. And these backgrounds that she does, they are some time consuming things. If do a lot of the detail in them, they are, because she does a lot of backgrounds. This one is my Yeti. Again, I think I'm flashing out. My Yeti. There we go. That might be better. Black background painted, and this is all paint. And then I gave them little underarm hairs with the Posca. I love that. I love my underarm hairs on my Yeti. Oh my goodness. So, but like I said, I only work in this one in October, unless I just do a little hi mama for, unless I just do a little something in it. There's my Bride of Frankenstein, again with some Posca and some details in the hair. I love the way her hair turned out, and the glasses with the white across the lenses makes them look like they're reflective. And again, all this little scribbly stuff like that you can get that with your white pencil, that you can't get that unless you have a painted background, acrylic painted background. It's just craft paint, guys, just craft paint. Hi, Kristen and Marid. Who else am I missing? Kristen. Again, lots of paint in the background. This one I added a little, and I try not to add too much dimension, because then it's hard to color back and forth on the back and with the texture. But I did add some liquid pearls on him around his neck, and in the background there's some liquid pearls in there. Ghosty with a lot of white pencil around each one. If you have any questions, put it in caps. My cat in there. I put too much light coming out, kind of covered up the cat too much. But once you lay that white paint down over the top of it, there's no going back. You can paint back over and kind of go back over it. But anyway, got a little too much, got a little carried away there. And there's my scarecrow girl and the crow. Zombie kids. I'm going to have to eat Mother Fig Newton. These remind me of the little creatures, in Final Fantasy, the little, what are they called? I forget what their names are, but they always remind me of that. um, Medusa. I haven't done the like Little Red Riding Hood kind of thing. This is also one of my favorites. I love this one, and it is a painted background, but I do like the way the hedgehog turned out and the lace and her expression did turn out really well. This is probably my favorite page in the book. This one and my it goes this way, I think. This one, because I like the way the glasses and the hair turned out. That's probably two of my favorites in this book. Thank you, Missy. All right, so there we go. So this one came out in 2020. I'll try to tell you what year they came out in. And I like I said, I usually only work in this one in October. Okay, then we have Pop Manga. Let's see, this is just called Pop Manga. This one came out in 2016. This might have been her first one. Again, she has a pop manga how to draw pop manga, and she has a art book of her work. She has an artwork of all her, I mean, a book of all her artwork, and I have those, but they're down in my art book section, not in my color book section. Thank you, CB, and hi, good morning. Thanks, guys. All right, so this is Pop Manga, and like I said, this was 2016. This might have been her first book. We'll see. We'll see. So, and again, I'm not going to flip through every single page. I'll do a thumb flip, but this one I think is some pan pastel. I think I can kind of tell by the touch of them, So, but I'll flip from the back and just kind of do a flip, just so you can kind of see the ones I've done. And these have nice big faces in this one. So you can just kind of get an idea of some of the stuff. This one I did with ink, and the reason I remember it because I didn't like the way it turned out, and I don't really like working with ink tints, but this was done with ink tints. So tree girl. You don't have to do that, Kat, but thank you. I like her robots too. I don't think she's done just a robot steampunk book. That would be nice. I love this one too. My narwhal, painted black background, and then the little around the birds is white pencil. But and then this is all paint down here. I'm trying to see if I missed some there. I do like this. I want to do this mask girl with the octopus. That'll be fun. So yeah, so that one is the Pop Manga, called the Pop Manga. It's like I think that was her first one before she started doing specifics. All right, this one's pretty new too. Let's wait on that one. All right, here's Flights of Fancy, and I know. Let me see if I can get them a little bit in a better order. I can kind of guesstimate, but okay. So here's the best of. We'll put that at the bottom here. All right, so here's Mermaids. Mermaids came out in 2018. 2018. So this is, thank you, View. This week has been two for me. Reverse call. Aw, thank you. Well, I got your happy mail ready to go. I'm sending you a print. I'm not going to tell you which one it is, but it's already ready to go. Thank you, View. I'm going to write you down for another round of happy mail. If y'all super chat me, I do. As long as you'll, trust me with your address, which I don't share with anybody, I will send you out a sticker, a print, or something to thank you for supporting the channel. So, but I have views. Okay, thank you, Views, so much. Everybody's saying thank you. Thank you, View. I appreciate you. So, and View likes Camilla like I do. We both like Camilla. So, all right. So let's do a thumb flip. Thumb flip. This one I added a lot of glitter to, some stickles. There you go. You can see it there. So again, if you add this kind of stuff, it puts a texture on your page. So when you go to color on this side, which this went through and I knew it was going to, but I didn't care. But when you I can feel that texture. Do you know what I'm saying? I can feel that glitter. And so you have to remember now, if I tried to color this, it's going to pick up the texture like a rubbing would. So you have to be willing to trade off certain things if you want to add texture, like stickles or liquid pearls or anything like that. Okay. All right. So this one, I think Denise was working on this one some years ago, back when she called my pencils in the silverware tray crap pencils, because I said, well, here, use these. And I gave her the silverware tray. And then I pulled out one of my pencil cases and started, she goes, what are these? What did I get? The crap pencils? But they're Prismacolor. They're my favorite, right? But it was just funny. So I never forget that. I never forget that. So anyway, so this is all mermaids. This was my first pan pastel color book page, I believe. I think this was my first pan pastel. You can see some of it's come off over here. Well, I've since sprayed it, so but yeah. So this, I did all this texture like this. This was not there. I did that with the pan pastel, making it textured like that. I did that with the pan pastel. So I think this was my first pan pastel color book page. Yeah, Riri. Hi, Riri. This one's still in progress. I just washed it over with 2 or 3 colors of watercolor. I just painted the whole thing with watercolor and then went back and added, kind of like a reverse coloring, and then went back and added all the white Posca, the background, and all that on top of just washes of watercolor. It does wrinkle your pages a little bit, but not too bad. So I did some testing in this one, I think. Okay, here's another pan pastel one. And when I say pan pastel, I like color, color pencil, some Posca. And here's another one of those things I do with pan pastel to make her look like scaly, So anyway, that's pan pastel. Tina. Another one with just a wash. This is what it looks like when you first just do a wash of watercolor without doing anything else. So I've not done anything else to this but a bunch of washes of watercolor. And now you got to go back and work on top of that and bring out the picture. But this gives you the whole background. I love doing, techniques where you just get the whole background done for you: watercolor, acrylic, pan pastel, get it all out there. And then you can work on the details on top of it. So here's another one. And it's probably, what the difference is probably this is one kind of watercolor. This was a different kind of watercolor. I'm assuming that's the case. So here's another one where it's just a bunch of, or it could be watered down ink. I'm not sure. But you just get the whole background done and then you go back and work on top of it. But you have to be willing to, like here, this is some same kind of thing with just getting the page wet and dropping in some ink. So pan pastel again. And I think that's it. What's this? Oh, that's just the cover. And that says from Kenny. So Kenny sent me this one. Kenny's still out there in the color book world. I think she only goes to color book channels, but I see her every now and then. So thank you again, Kenny, for that. All right, let's see. Beauties and Besties. Okay, and this one came out in 2023. 2023. So again, I'm just going to do a flip so you can kind of just get an idea of some of the things in here. We haven't finished this, but it's getting close. I got a lot of work put into this one. Stencil backgrounds, all those scales and all the detail in the scales. Same thing for in the. So there's a lot of work put into this one. I should finish it up because this one is a lot of work. Hi, Jaya. Really nice effects with the pan pastel. Yeah, Shaz. Yeah. How cute that is. She can do cute and she can do creepy. She can do both. That's for sure. So I'm just gonna kind of do a kind of a quick flip. Cat, I should do that cat. I do have the catitude one, so yeah. I love axolotls. We're gonna work on an axolotl today. Okay, got her. Did her. Got some gold in there on her. Put her some smeary makeup on her. I just saw you got, yes, Mama 4. And if you go back to the beginning of today's show later, I did a flip. I'm going to do a giveaway of a bunch of prints next week. So y'all be looking on my post tab next week. I'm going to give away a bunch of prints if you leave a comment next week. Don't leave a comment today because the post that's up there for the current post is on the ATC swap. I'll do a separate post for the 30K giveaway. And thank you. Thank you for noticing. It's only been 16 years. It took the last 2 years to get that last couple hundred, I think. So yeah, it was, I feel like it's a milestone. I know people out there celebrating their 100K and getting their silver plaques and stuff. I'm happy to get my 30K because I got to tell you guys, if you really want to do YouTube as a money maker or as part of your profession, whatever, you have to do more than lives. I'm just going to be honest. You can't just do lives. Shorts will help bring people in and get you more subbies. But if you want to get, ad revenue and stuff like that, you've got to do other things. I'll tell you a few things. And View can tell you some of them too. Because View had a whole other channel that was very well, but we won't get into that, will we, View? Anyway, you've got to do more than lives. I just do not like doing videos. I mean, I've done a few and I've done a few shorts, but I don't enjoy them. I like lives. I like sitting here working, talking to you guys. And that's what brings me joy in doing YouTube is the lives, but they don't pay. I mean, they pay, but they don't, not like you're probably not, unless you're, I don't know, Bailey J, or I'm trying to think of some, and she does mostly videos too. You've got to do lots of videos and shorts to attract people in. But just doing just lives is, if you want to do something big, be a big influencer in YouTube, that's not the way to do it. I'm just going to be honest. I've been doing this 16 years and 30K sounds like a lot, but for 16 years, it's really not. You know what I mean? But I'm happy. I love the hanging out with you guys. Yeah, so yeah, Tina. Thank you so, Carrie. Oh, there's a stencil in the background of that one. I do like doing a monochromatic every now and then. So, yeah. So I'm just going to kind of do this one. I'm not done yet either, but I was really want to do all the fur on these, on this, creature here. But I did do all the stenciling back here and here. And I got the turtles are really well into being done, but I need to do all the fur here. But anyway, I do like this one. But again, a lot of my color book pages, I don't know, let's say half and half. They're demos for you guys because this channel, it's not a teaching channel. It's not a step out kind of channel. It's an encouraging, you can do it, inspiration, let's try things kind of channel. So, I'll sacrifice some books. Okay, then here's dragons and other magically mythical creatures. This one's kind of newer too. Well, 2022. So thank you guys. Yeah, thumbs up. And Tina's good about telling y'all to, and Kat too, give me a thumbs up or leave a comment. But we don't get a lot of comments here because we all comment here. We all chat here. But next week I will do. I'll make a post tab thing for a giveaway for a bunch of my prints that I showed earlier, and that'll be next week. For a giveaway for that, and it'll be U.S. or international. So it does, Shaz. It does bring people together here, and I was talking to Janet about that yesterday. That we like, and Janet's the same way. We like our channels to be inspirational and community building, and that kind of thing, rather than I gotta go big. you know? So anyway, all right. So there you go. And trust me, I'm not just on any big channels. I follow a lot of big channels I absolutely love. And so yeah, good on them. I'm not one of those that uh there's a quote. I think it's G.K. Chesterton. I could be wrong on the who does it, but it says something like envy is the all-consuming desire to see everyone as unsuccessful as you are. I'm not like that. I want everybody to succeed. I want everybody to grow and have, success. The more success you have, the more you're able to help people. You can't, if you're well, I won't get into too much, but the more you have, the more you are able to help people. Not everybody does, but a lot of people do. Big companies, we always diss on the big companies and consumerism and all that stuff, but it's the big companies that hire thousands and millions of people, and so yeah, keep that in mind. Don't be dissing on it, people, because you think that they have more than you. Thank you, View. I love this one. I love this as a sea dragon, and they used to have these, and they probably still do, in the Atlanta Aquarium. And this was, I think, one of the first things that Cameron and I drew together back when he was probably, I don't know, how old would he have been? 13, 14, I forget. But when we first started trying to get, I did it. I tried to get him to draw and bring him out into drawing in public. So we went to the aquarium, the Atlanta Aquarium, and we had our sketchbooks. And he was real shy to bring out. He's an introvert unless he's like with a group of his own friends. But I said, let's draw this, and we both drew the thing here, this sea dragon, and people were coming up behind him going, "Oh my gosh, that's so good," to Cameron, and it really boosted his confidence, and he got over a lot of embarrassment of drawing in public because somebody complimented him. See, sometimes it just takes a compliment to encourage a kid or another friend here, friends in the box. You just don't know. So y'all support each other. It doesn't cost anything to follow each other. Give people likes and hearts and a comment on Instagram. It means a lot to, and I don't want to say people of our age, but you know what I mean? A lot of the group here is, we're over 50. Not everybody, but, everybody's welcome, of course, at whatever age. And, we've got some young people and old people. I mean, and Dot's the first one to say. Dot's in her 90s, for goodness sake. I think she's our oldest fib. And thanks, Riri. You rock too, Riri. So anyway, let's see. What does CK say? Did I miss something? Dabbler. Hello, Dabbler. And speaking of Dabbler, Tori is our artistic dabbler. I think that's what it is. Art dabbler. I haven't seen her lately. I hope her health is okay. Sorry, had to get some lemon water there. Okay, so anyway, yeah, be positive as much as you can, people. There's, and I see it, even notice it even more now that I see all the World Cup soccer videos all over the internet about all the countries loving America and all the Americans taking care and helping the different countries that are visiting. It's just does your heart good. It does. So there's an axolotl there, and I used a Posca to give it its little like scaly stuff there, and so I like the colors in this one. And again, that's a black background, black acrylic painted background. Upstairs talking to his family here. He's getting a lot of um, stuff popping up. Let me see here. Am I getting messaged or anything? No, that's just Hubster and we're on group chats. Let me go back over to IG. B sent me a couple things. B and I send each other chicken conspiracy videos. I'll look at those later, B, if you're watching. Here's one I started with some watercolor, I think, and this is a stencil background. So yeah, this one I like how I did the white. It gave it like a, what do you call it? Like a shine, like a shine. There's this one here is a sample one of, like I showed how to start the background, start shading, then you can go around each little bone there. So every one of these would end up looking like this. But look how long that take. I'm not, I wasn't going to just do a whole page full of, well, actually they're antlers, horns, like this. I wasn't going to do a whole page of those, but I did show how I started with a wash of color and then added pencil and Posca. And so you can go from this to this. So that's why I left it like this. So you can see how you can start like this and then move on. Let's see these stars. It's really hard. Yeah, I know, right, Dabbler? For sure. Hi, does I ID Rainbow? I think I did. Good morning. Here's one with splotchy. I don't remember what we did with this. I think it was ink pads or something. And then again, you go back and work on top of it. Stencil and this little fairy. Stencil. Again, I haven't finished that one. I need to add all the little scales on the little dragon. So that one is the dragons and other magically mythical creatures. Here's Catitude. Catitude came out not too long, 2025. I do like Catitude and I do like Flights of Fancy. I do like these two and I need to work in them more. But other books come along and we're off. We're off to the next one. This one came out in 2025. Okay. So lots of cats. I should cut out one of these pages that could be Jimmy and make Janet draw one. I mean, color one. Make her color one of the cats to look like Jimmy. This one is all the what do you call it? Not all of it. Let me feel of it. Okay, all the brown here that you see, and I'll hold it up, is a map, M-A-P, map paper cut out and collaged onto the color book page. So all this is map paper cut out and applied into the spaces. And what you have to do with that is, I don't remember if that's exactly how I did it when I did this, but the easiest way to do that is take some tracing paper and trace the shape that you want to fill with a scrapbook, map, whatever kind of paper you have. And cut, then put that over a piece of your paper and cut that out and like use it like a little, not a template, a pattern, like a pattern. So pick one out. You're going to do that, View? Okay. I don't know. I'll have to, look through this really well and see which one looks the most like Jimmy so that she can do him in black and white, and I'll, maybe this one. I don't know how fuzzy that is. I'll have to ask His Highness if he would allow that. But this one's got on like a collar and tie, more formal. But he does not a long hair. He's not a real shaggy long hair cat, as far as I could see in the pictures. He's a tuxedo. Here's another one where I did collage. So these fish and the stop sign are cut out. Everything else is colored, but all the fish, these are all collaged or stickers. I cut them out of a sticker book or something, and the stop sign too. So this one's getting ready to chomp down on a fish right there. Oh my goodness. Oh, here, Janet. Is this fur too long? This would be a good one. He could be a magician. Should Jimmy be a magician? I can so see this. What do you think? Do you like that one for Jimmy? You sent that picture to Camilla too. Oh, did I? I don't remember. View. I tag her anytime that there's a color book that I color in, and they are on Instagram. Not everybody is, but I always tag Camilla, or whoever, and I try to take a picture of the book when I do a slide through, and so that the last picture is always the book, and then I do tag them. You mean tag? Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see what Janet thinks about that one. A Mona Lisa. But yeah, there's some cute ones. Okay, so that's Catitude. Let's see. We could turn him into a magician. He's turned me into a complete drool. Do you like? Would you color that one, Janet? Janet, would you like to color Jimmy as a magician? Where'd that one go? It's not that far back. Let's see. It's on this side. Let me find it here. No, that's not it. Where's the magician? I don't think it went this far back. Maybe. How am I missing it? Wait a minute. I'm determined. We're going to find the magician. Let's look at that again. There. Please. I want Janet to color it. Would you color it, Janet? Would you color Jimmy the magician? I love when Janet colors other works. I'm waiting for an answer. She's probably going, I'll try anything for Jimmy. Okay, hang on. Did I cut it well enough? I'll trim the edge there. Yeah, Jimmy will go to Janet. I don't need to put her name on it, but I'm going to. Okay, so that'll go to Janet. All right, so that one is the Catitude. Next, Flights of Fancy. And I do like this one because I like bees. I like bees. You didn't see that, Angie? Good. Okay. Flights of Fancy came out in 2024. And again, I'm going to do a kind of a quick one. I love this one. It's just so cute with all the bees. Well, it's got bees and butterflies. Look, you could do that whole thing looking like a tapestry or a flowery kimono. That one's inspiring. But I'm going to flip through. But look how cute the bees are with their big eyes. This one would be fun to do with all those butterflies. And that's kind of a steampunk look as well. That's cute. They're all cute. I mean, the bees are really cute. See how cute they are? You've done that page, Dabbler? Yes, this one is Asa. If I had to pick, this would be in my top two. My top two Camilla Del Greco books would be The Flights of Fancy. Dragonflies, butterflies, moths, bees, birds. This would be in my top two. Started doing these kiwis. And again, I base coated the kiwis with some gray paint. Now I got to go in there and do all the fur. I started doing some outlining and some detail with some Posca. But I do love this book, even though I haven't colored in it that much. And, you know, a lot of times it depends on when I get the book and what part of the year, or, you know, what else I'm working on and that at that moment when the book comes out. So some books have more pages colored than others because just the time that I've bought them. But I do like this one. So there's some little chicks, some little chickadees. Again, painted black background, and then you can go around with your pencil in a little scribbly fashion, and it makes it look like they're moving, right? You know, because the pencil will go over the black acrylic paint real easy. And then that's Posca, and then, you know, color pencil in there. But I do like that. And I do like, I mean, there's times when I do lots of colors in my pages, but I do try to keep like three, you know, in this case it's two or three or four main colors. And if you do that, your pages will always look cohesive. If you keep it with just a few colors, lots of shades, I mean, like light, dark, medium, you know, lots of shades of the color. But if you keep it that way, your page will look cohesive. It'll always look cohesive if you limit the color palette. And again, I always had people go, well, I've got my page is a whole garden. Well, then color thousands of colors. I don't mean that. It's always the exception. Okay, then let's see what else do we got over here. Okay, then the best of. I don't think I've colored anything in the best of. Maybe I have 2023 because these are all the. I already have all these books, right? These are the best of all the books. This is 2023. So, you know, these are going to be in the different ones, the dragons and the cute and creepy. And see, like I've done that already. Not that I wouldn't mind coloring some of them again. I wouldn't mind coloring, you know, a few of them again. But did I have the dragon one? Did I show the dragon one? For some reason, I'm not seeing the dragon one. Maybe I didn't pull the dragon one. Well, I'll have to go look in the stack I threw down there on the floor. Okay, I did this one. Did do this one. I've done that in the other book. I've done a lot of these in cute and creepy. I don't remember flipping through the dragons. Am I missing? I didn't pull. Maybe I didn't pull it off the shelf. I'll go in there and look. Okay, let me look real quick on the floor. Let me look through this stack. I'm looking over here on my ones that I have in here. Let's see. Catitude. Yeah, I did. I did show dragons. Okay. All right. Then this one is kind of new. And I did cut some out of this one to do some different ideas here. So I did cut some out. This one is the Pop Manga Paint and Ink. So I'm still working on these pages, but so this one I did all glittered up. This one all stickled up, and again painted backgrounds without the detail yet. You know, I started a little bit of detail here, but it's all I just like did washes of paint, and then I'll go back and do details, right? But let me go ahead and flip through this one. This came out recently. Yeah, it came out this year. And what it is, it's one-sided, but it's like a watercolor. It's not, I don't know if I'd call it watercolor paper-esque, you know. It's got a texture. Let's put it that way. It's got a texture. So let's just stick those back in there. And that's the reason I bought this, just because of the paper texture. Narwhal. I need to send one of these to Janet because she does wonderful watercolor. I'm going to pick her a random page to send with Jimmy. I'm going to have to pick a random one. What do y'all think? There's not as many pages in here. But she could watercolor something really cool. All right, let me flip through it again. Let's see what we can figure out here. I'm going to send something to her. There's a lion on her head. That one's kind of cool. Yeah, watercolor friendly, Devin. There's a narwhal. What about the birds? Do you like the birds, the hummingbirds? Yeah. Tina. Oh my gosh, let me click. I don't know. I like the birds. I'm looking at that. I'm just trying to imagine what she would enjoy. She might enjoy doing a Mona Lisa. A cat Mona Lisa. Okay, let's see if she would pick one. All right, Janet, I'm going to give you 3 to pick from. Are you here? Are you ready, Janet? You got to pick. All right, here we go. You ready? Are you here? She probably ran off. She went outside. She's going to blame Jimmy. I had to go feed Jimmy. Okay, so here y'all can you can see Janet. Okay, so here we go. The lion on her head with the paws in the background. Janet to the front of the store. Okay, here you go. You get to pick from 3, Janet. The lion with the paws, and this is on watercolor, textury watercolors. You got to watercolor this one. Or the birds, the like hummingbirds. I'm thinking you're going to like this because it has flowers and birds. Okay. Or the Mona Lisa cat. The Mona Lisa cat with feathers. I'm thinking you'd like this one. Did I pick the right one? Is that the one that you would pick, Janet? View. What do y'all think? Why are we picking on Janet? Oh, well, I'm not really. I'm trying to send her something nice. Do y'all think she'd like this one? If she doesn't answer me, this is the one she's getting. Because I think that's the one she'd like. Because it has flowers and stuff. All right, we're tearing. And these are perforated. Okay, these are perforated. So I'm going to try to carefully tear it there. I'm not doing a very good job. Okay, I'm gonna get my knife here. Hang on, let's put something behind it. Hang on, I'm gonna get a piece of cardstock or something under here. There we go. It's made, but I've already torn out some other pages close to it, so it's making it not want to tear on the per. There we go. There we go. All right. And I still didn't get all the way through. Oh my gosh. There we go. There we go. All right, we're going to send this one to Janet. She probably said, you like the bird nest? Is this the bird nest? The bird's best? Okay, well, that's what I'm getting. Okay. All right, so those will go to Janet. So that one's Pop Manga Paint and Ink. And that's why you see these pages I've tore out that I've started painting on. All right, then the last one, and this is the one we're going to color in today. We're finally getting to it. Is the Myths and Monsters. And I'm going to flip through it again, but I do have a page picked out that I'm going to color. But, this is the one. I'm not going to color pan pastel, though. I'm going to color this one, but I'm not coloring it with pan pastel. I'm just going to do paint, watered down paint. Because look how much there is. So but this is the one we're going to start today. And then, and this one has got some, horror kind of pages to it. Not all of them, but it does have some creepy stuff in it. There's one in here I want to color for Tina. or have Tina colored if she has the book. And reminds me of Tina. We'll get to it in a minute. I have it marked somewhere in here. This one. Because y'all know, let me show y'all the picture. She won't care. She probably would want me to show it anyway. Let's see, is it in messages? Tina sent a picture of, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, look, this is under her dock. Look. Come on. It's in Tina's lake right under the dock. So when I saw this and saw this like warrior princess wrangling or riding on an alligator or a crocodile. Oh my gosh. So yeah, so there's Tina. That's Tina. Tina, there's my little friend. So this one will need to be done for Tina at some point. Okay, so so there's some creepy ones in here. You got to kind of like creepy clothes. So that's myths and monsters, and that's the same thing with Kirby. Kirby has some, different ones that are kind of creepy as well. Now I do need to get I'm going to get a what do you call it? A clip. Well, maybe I got the spine down well enough there, so it lays flat. Okay, so we're going to do this one. Any questions? Gator gal. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me fix my chair again so I can get comfortable. And I did pick colors because it's pop manga and it's got a lot of monstery stuff. But I'm gonna do it. You ready? Y'all ready for the colors I picked? These are the colors that we're going to color all these axolotls. Still with the tour view? All right, so I'm going to put out some of these colors here. Make sure you shake up your craft paints. All right, let's see what we can do. And I'm watering them down. I'll water them down because you don't want to cover up all the line art. Now, if you're doing the background, like if I do a black background, that will be not watered down because I wanted a solid color. But let's see, what color do I don't know. Do I want to, there's not a lot of background. There's a little bit. But I want the axolotls to be all. And I looked through all my different greens, and none of them, some are too yellow and some are too green. So this Liquitex Basics is kind of the color that I want. So we're going to go with the Liquitex Basics, just because that's the right color. All right, so let's see. Do I want to color? I think I'll wait and do the black, maybe the black background after. So here's one of the benefits. Let me try to tell you all the tips. One of the benefits of like laying down the color, say on these axolotls before doing the background, is you don't have to be careful about going out of lines. You can just kind of slap it on there. If it goes out of lines, it doesn't matter because you're going to paint over that black. You know what I mean? So you see where all those bubbles are and everything, that could be a black background. So I don't have to worry about, I got to be real careful and stay in those lines because you're going to paint over it. So it's going to be painted over anyway. Hi, CB. Watching from the bleachers. Okay, well, watch away. Let's see. Let me find me a good brush here, though. Let's see. Those brushes are pretty jacked up from using all the acrylic, scrubbing with them. So let's see if I can find a nice brush. Let me go around behind here because that's where, behind my computer is where all my brushes are. Let's see here. Let's pull a handful. Let's pull a handful and see what I want to do. Maybe this one and this one. I love my favorite brushes are flat angles. But you know, you got to have some small ones too. I have a lot of large flat angles. This one looks pretty good. No, maybe no. Hang on, guys. Give me a minute. That one's kind of good. It's not an angle, but I'm just digging around, seeing what I can find. Kind of like this one. I'm trying to find a few so I don't have to get back up again. Let's see, that one maybe. Okay, we'll go with those. Let's go do these. Maybe that little one there. Okay. We'll go with these for now. If I need another one, I will get back up. All right. Alicia, hi Alicia. Anybody else coming in I missed? All right, so now I got my water here, and I do want a little bit of, let me see. I want something just to clean my brush with. I'll get my couple of baby wipes to keep my brush clean. Let me go get a little bit of water in here. So let's just do a little play with the axolotls in Pop Manga type colors. We're going to do these nice bright colors. All right, so let's see how many we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. We could do 2. Oh, there's a little one back there too, so that would be 9. But he's kind of peeking off. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and a half. So if we do 2 of each color, let's just go ahead and do that. All right, so I'll just put a little bit of water next to each one, and I can always add more. But I'm watering down the color, because if you use it full strength, if you use your acrylic paint full strength, you're going to cover up the line art. You don't want to cover up the line art. Well, maybe you do and start from scratch. All right, so I'm going to water this down, and I'm just going to do, and don't, you know, I say don't add too much water. What I mean is you can add a whole layer of water over the top of him, but don't keep adding more water. If you want another layer of paint on him, then let it dry and go add another layer of color. I mean, their pages might buckle just a little bit, but they don't ever buckle too much, I have found. And these pages are pretty thick. It's not like the kind of Amazon paper that Tina hates. So I'm just kind of going through here and just kind of picking out where I think this guy is. He kind of comes over this to, I think he goes right to there. So let's stop right there. His little leg stops there. Okay. Let's water that down a little bit more. And then when it dries, and you do want it to be 100% dry before you go in with color pencil or anything else on top. Okay. It is a little, kind of have to see where you're going with it. So I can start with him. Like I think that one's back there. This one looks like this is part of him here. And if you get it wrong, it's like no one's going to notice. Camilla is not going to email you. That tentacle was not on the right axolotl. She's not going to email you and tell you that. All right, I think this one right here comes down. Okay, so there's that one. And I'm sure I've missed some in there, but we'll go back. We'll fill in. It isn't crud paper. It still is a watercolor paper. I tore a hole the first time watercoloring my Cute and Creepy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you gotta let it dry in between layers. So that's enough for right now. Now let's go over here to the green. And again, I've got my colors right here. I'm gonna go in here on the lime green. And I think we'll do him, lime green. See, and I've got to get his hair, his buns or whatever they are. I'm sure there's and somehow I'm thinking it in my head. What it's not frills. There's a name for those parts of the and I don't think an axolotl necessarily has them that look like this because she's using artistic license, right? But those parts of the that are on his head at in this picture. Okay, so let's add a couple more legs right in there. Now I'm going to go back and add those little puff balls or those little frills. So I'm going to go back to the pink there and do that. Again, I'm not being extra careful to not get out of the lines because this is just like a base. And if it gets out of lines as far as the background goes, it's going to be painted black. Okay, so there's that one. All right, let's see. Do I have enough of him? There's that little half one over there, and there's a little piece of one here. Let's do this one. So we'll do this one in orange. Do this one in orange. Okay, so do I need to, maybe I should zoom in one. We should zoom in one. Here we go. That's a little better. I just called Camilla and told you. But people do think that way. I mean, they think, oh my gosh, I did that. You can fix just about anything. I'm just saying. Okay, I'll just get some water. All right, let's see where this guy's going now. But if you try to do all this in pencil, no, I shouldn't say that because of course you can do it all in pencil, but it's going to take you a week of Sundays, or a month of Sundays rather, to do to color this all in pencil. If you don't have a base first, and with the base on it, you can just go. You can get, and again, not you don't have to color just to, hurry up and speed through it. I try to do that because I'm streaming. I want to get as much done as I can. But, if you're just doing it by yourself, I think I want his inside of his mouth to be green too. Then, you are trying to hurry up a little faster. Okay, let's have that one be green back there. As I do it, I'm kind of seeing where, the next one is. I need to do him because I can't tell. I think that needs to be pink right there. That little piece right there needs to be pink. And again, I'm not being extra careful with the background because that's going to get painted black. Let's see. Marilyn. Hi, Marilyn. Okay. Oh, shh. Okay, Marilyn. Okay. All right. Now let's go over here and let's do a yellow one. A nice bright yellow. Let's see. Let's do him in yellow. I might make him a little darker green because it's kind of a lot the same as the yellow. Let's get this guy in here. So is anybody else doing anything, working on anything today or this week? A lot of things I work on take, more than just a day, so when I say, are you working on anything today? I don't mean like, are you working on just something today? Is it, if it's taken you a week or longer to do something, like Arlene working on her diamond dots. Oh my gosh, those things, she does some amazing dots. But I've done a few, but I didn't have the patience. Well, I shouldn't say didn't have the patience for it. It was more like, it was so time consuming. I don't know how Arlene gets so many of those done in in such a well, and I say a short time. She doesn't post exactly how long it takes for her to do each one. Um, Devin's coloring in Lulu Mayo. Yeah, I showed one. I think wasn't it? Was it one of yours this morning, Tina? A Lulu Mayo. All right, let's see. Let's do. I'm wondering if I need a blue one. Should I put a teal one in here? I'm tempted to add a teal. I think I will, or a light, kind of maybe a. This is. Uh-oh. Got away from me. Sorry, guys. I shook it. I got away from me. Sorry. I'm gonna go with a teal in here. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna go with the teal one in here then. All right. Yeah, I shook it and it just slipped out of my hand. All right. Let's add a teal. Okay. So I'm trying to kind of keep a pop manga color, flare going. So this is one of the more colorful ones rather than just, three colors like I like to do. But this one kind of calls for a lot of pop manga color. Uh-oh, got a little splash there. We have Midsummer right and so you have family stuff you're doing, Asa. Yeah, we had that in May. Samantha graduating and all the things going on in May. May was like I didn't get hardly any art. Well, I say that comparatively speaking, I got quite a bit of art done, but I wasn't sitting here in my art room the whole month of May like I usually do. All right, so let's see. Now let's go over here and add another piece. There's another piece of one over here, like off to the side. So we'll get him colored in teal. Okay, and then this one should probably be, maybe that one should be orange up there. That little one peeking out will be orange. Oop, I need orange. I don't know why my light's flickering. The last time my light flickered, that blew a bulb. Y'all remember that? I could smell something burning, and my bulb had burned out in my big giant light over here. All right, so now let's see. Let's go and gotta get some more green. I don't know if this green's going to be quite opaque enough. I mean, I'm watering it down, of course, but I'm not sure it's going to be green enough. I might even have to add some more green to it. Let's see. Do I need another layer of something a little darker? I'm looking at my greens. Maybe this one. Maybe it's kind of the same, actually. Seems the same green. Let's try this one. This might be just a little bit greener. And then when we're done, I want to try to remember to use up this paint in my desk journal. Let's add that. Let's try that. Still have to water down. Okay, I'm going to let that dry now because I just added something to it. But I'm going to go ahead and use this green. Let's go down here. Yeah, that's a better green. Then we can always get something if it's off the page too. I also remember when you thought someone was in your kitchen cooking, but it was Cameron's coffee creamer. Oh. But my light is flickering every now and then. Not there it goes. See, it just flickered just a second. Let me just try to move it a minute. See what happens. I need to kind of adjust it. See if just moving it makes it stop. But it was, I could smell something plastic burning, and it was my light bulb. It's one of those spiral kind of bulbs. So, yeah. All right, let's see. Now let's go back over here. All right, no, I got to go back over here to these legs here. I got to add another bit to this. Just another, because it's dry now, these legs are. So I can add another layer of color over there. And that'll probably be okay there. Am I missing anybody? Hi, Sylvia. All right, now I need another pink one over here and an orange one up there. So this one up here. You want to come up here? Come on. Come on. Let's see, when I say pink, orange, yeah, orange up here. You want to come up here? Come on. I hear you purring all the way down there. You want to come up here? Come on. Come on, you got room. You hear her talking to me? Trying to stay in frame here, guys. We'll get to some got some green. We'll get to some detail here in a minute because I'll hit it with the heat gun. That'll probably make her run away. But there you go. Come on. Are you gonna sit on the chair arm? Like that's why I bought this for you. I bought this chair for you, and you'd like to come up on the desk still. I know Janet says that Jimmy likes to sit in her lap. And she'll sit down, he'll jump in her lap, and she needs to get up, and we're up and down all the time in the art studio. I couldn't have her sitting in my lap. She wouldn't be here 2 seconds, but she can sit in my chair. But when I spin it, it's one of those big wide chairs with the big wide arms that lay down so the cats can lay on the sides. Well, I don't think it's just necessarily for the cats, it could be for dogs or just, for you to have more room, but they lay down flat. Or they, have different adjustables. And but when I spin in the chair, she goes under the table. Like here's the chair, and it goes zzz, she goes up under the table. But you can sit there next to Mama, okay? Or you can come up here on the table. I know that's really what you want to do. All right, let's do this one. All right, we're getting there, guys. Base coat in here. And really, I should put some wax paper under here, especially when I go to paint the edges, so I don't get paint, thick black paint along the edges and stick the pages together. It's good to put some wax paper between it. Let's see. Don't let the cats hear you say extended. Yeah. No, we haven't had a dog for a long time. We had a Alaska Malamute Husky that we got when we lived in Alaska back in the 80s. And then when we moved down south, she came with us. She was, I don't know, maybe 12 years on 15. I'm not sure exactly, but she was Hupster's dog. But yeah, we're not dog people. We rescued her thinking when we're up in Alaska, we lived there for 3 years. And so let's get us a little lap dog. A little dog like my mom had the little Lhasa Apso, and she's had the little, I don't know, those little lap dogs. I can't think of the kind she's had. And I said, I want one of those living up here in Alaska. And so we went to the base vet, area and, tried to, we're going to rescue a dog. We didn't want to, because up in Alaska, So we said, there was a baby husky. I mean, it was the cutest little puffy little ball of fur, husky Malamute, the black and white kind. And she had brown eyes. So pretty. I said, "Oh, let's get her." Of course, she ran away a couple. She got loose a couple times, and the base says if she gets loose one more time, you can't have her back. She just could make the great escape, and they run like crazy. They can run like she flushed moose out of the woods multiple times as she got older. But anyway, she grew into a full size Malamute. You know, we didn't know. Well, we kind of did think she was going to get that big. But anyway, so then when we got stationed back down south after 3 years, she came with us, of course, and she was Hubster's dog. Hubster loved that dog. The kids, not so much. They didn't care for her so much. But we are cat people, is my point. We've had cats all our lives, both of us. We are cat people. Let's see. Hi, Desert Nails. Who else am I missing? Scrolling. Am I missing anybody? I'm trying not to miss anybody. All right, so we got our base done here, I think. All right, there's a couple more here. This one might need to be a green piece there coming off of him. And then there's a little bit more of an orange piece right here. Of course, because I could do all this with pencil too. I'm just kind of trying to fill in all the areas that I'm seeing. All right, this needs to be a little piece of green behind here. Let's make that a little darker green. Okay, I'm just going through and see if I got all the tentacles colored in. I think so. This one needs a little fixing over here. Okay. And I'm going to probably still use some more of this paint as I go, but I have so much of it. Let me move this water. Why are you sitting up? Why aren't you laying down? So much of it that I'm going to go ahead and get out I'm going to roll back, baby. Rolling. All right. Sorry. She's going, oh my gosh. You move around so much, Mama. My desk journal that I add leftover paint, leftover pieces of collage. And so I'm going to, now you got to make sure that let me get a palette knife. You got to make sure that you let it dry before you close the book because you'll just glue your pages shut. Okay, but I got these, let's just do a little multicolor thing here. So I'm going to put down some of this, some of each color. A little bit of orange, some yellow. And I'll just set this aside to dry. And then the next time I do a collage, if it has any of these colors in it, then I'll add it to this page. Yeah. There we go. All right, so there we go. So you didn't use up a whole lot. And if I let this dry or hit it with a heat gun, I could do another page with some more of those colors. But that's good for now. All right. So I feel like I've used some of it up. Let's see. Evie, and who else? Jean. Who am I missing? Is that lady True North Jan? I saw Gane. Oh, it's Jane. I think it's Jane. Okay, because Lady True North Jan is Jaen. So I said hi to Sylvia, Dee Dee. That's the thing I don't get. As much as we move around, I know, right? All right, but I think I am gonna. Since she's not here at the moment, and so she does not like the heat gun. So let me go ahead and dry this. I'll go ahead and dry it really well before we get out some pencils. What kind of paint is it? Just craft paint. Craft paints. Although one of the colors I started using was Liquitex Basics because I didn't have the right green, but then I switched it to this green. And it's also what I use in my collage. Same paint. But it has to be 100% dry before you go in here with pencil or Langau gel pens or whatever. If it's cold to the touch, it's not dry. I'll do a little section of the black. Let me get, so I'll have some wax paper under here. I think I stuck some under here the other day. There we go. I will do a little bit of the black background just so you can see what it looks like. And I'm just going to put a little bit of wax paper behind the sheet so I don't glue it together. You know, you don't want to glue your pages together if you go over the edge with your acrylic paint. Now, when I do my background, I don't water it down. I watered this down. It's all watered down. Let's see. I feel like I'm a little close. Maybe I'm not. But there we go. So let me get some black on this one. And let's get a different brush, a little smaller one, maybe this one here. Okay, so now, and the same, all right, here's the thing for the bubbles. I'll probably kind of sort of go around the bubbles just so I can kind of indicate where the bubbles are. But I'm not going to try to really paint around the bubbles because the bubbles I'll just go back over with either white paint or a Posca. Okay? Do not hear people talk about Sakura gel pens much anymore. Yeah, I have some, but you know the Langau and the what's that other brand of gel pens? You know, and the black, white, and I mean the gold, silver, and white. What are those? Janet knows the name of them. Tina knows it too. The panda fly ones. At least in those three colors. All right, so now I'm not watering down the black. Okay, I'm not watering down the black. But I'm going to, that brush is going to be too, yeah, it's going to be too, let me clean it over this one. It's too fluffy. That one's too fluffy. I need a smaller something. Let's try this one. See if that's not fluffy. That's probably better. So now I'm just going to go ahead and paint the background. And again, I can do this to be, you know, the bubbles with splatters. But because I'm going over the edge, that's why I want this wax paper there. So I don't glue my pages shut. So all the background I'll end up doing this. But I'm only going to do just the top section right now. Just so you can kind of get an idea what it's going to look like. And then we'll go in with some pencils. Now, I can use different pencils, too. Y'all know I love me my Prismacolor. But y'all know I have other ones. Is there pencils that y'all have that are favorites or that you want to see used? Tell me, and I'll, you know, we can play with some other kind of pencils if you want. Get around that little fuzzy. Y'all let me know. You definitely can't beat the price for the money of the Langau gel pens. Oh, I know, right? That is for sure. And, you know, you can get different ones with the shiny, glittery kind or the, you know, the ones that we've been using that are not shiny. I got to get my brush wet. My brush is drying out. But I don't want to water down the paint. So I'm just going to kind of generally go around the bubbles. But I'll go in and fix them with, and add more bubbles too and more splatters. So this is why I was saying it didn't matter if you went out of lines on your creatures. Get a little bit more paint there. Let's go along the whole top, then I can remove the wax paper once I get the edges done. Okay. I didn't see anything. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Kat. Those are the best gold, silver, and white. Now they only come in those, the panda fly, and I've ordered a couple different sets, and when I've got them, they are panda fly, but they have another name on them too. Sometimes. Sometimes they say panda fly, sometimes they say another brand, but they're the same pen, but they've rebranded them. Or a few of the ones I got have been rebranded name wise. But yeah, those are good, but they only come in those three colors at this time. But the Langau are good, and what's nice about the Langau is they're so the point you can get the point so tiny. I think they come in a bigger point now. I think they come in a 1.0, but the ones I got are like a 0.5. Tiny little tips. So look, make sure you check the tips of the ones you order as well, because they do come in different tip sizes. You love gel pens, Jaya? Let's see. I haven't seen anybody say anything else about pencils. If y'all don't mention any other pencils, I'm just going to go with my Prismacolor, y'all know. So let's get in here, get around that little corner there. It's right in the crack. It's always in the crack there. And then we'll do a little pencil shading. So I hope y'all enjoyed seeing these the Pop Manga books again. My brush is drying out. So I'm not trying to go around those bubbles real neatly. I'm just kind of want to indicate where they are, because I'll go back over those with gel pens. Or you can even do them, different colors if you want. The bubbles, you could have the bubbles match the axolotl creatures, because they're not exactly axolotls, but you could have them match them. Their bubbles match. Okay, let's go around there. See if anybody mentioned any pencils. Posca pencils view. Oh, you know what? I should, because I've only used them. I gotta say, I've only used them like once. I haven't really used them. And I really bought them because I love Posca markers, paint pens. And then when Cameron was here, I said, "Oh, Cameron, he tested them, and he's a Prismacolor user too." And I said, "Do you like them? Do you want them?" He goes, "No, I don't want them." I said, "I'll have to do a giveaway." Because he didn't want them either. He liked them okay, he said. He liked them okay, but he's a Posca. I mean, he's a Prismacolor person. And I get that, because I've used Prismacolor since I was preteen. Same for Janet. We've used Prismacolors all our lives. And you get used to a pencil. You know how it works. You know how to shade it. Hi, Dot. Sound like you have a loose connection in the light. Well, I think one of the bulbs is getting ready to go, is what I think. Like the last time, Dot. All right, so there we go. So you can see all this white area here. All that white area will be painted in black. Okay, but I'm going to stop now because I want to start doing a little shading. All right, let me get a baby wipe and wipe my brush. I try to remember when my brush is full of paint to try to get the excess paint out before I stick it in my water. That way you're not contaminating your paint's water so much. Arlene's asking if you use the woomers. If I will use the woomers, where are my woomers? Where are my woomers? What do I do with them? I'm trying to think of where I put them. Did I put them in a case? I can't remember if I I think I put my woomers in a case, didn't I? I'd have to look through my cases. So what should we do? Y'all, I have to look for the woomers because they're not in the red box. I took them out of the red box and put them in a case because I'm not seeing the red box, so I would have put them in a case. But we could do the woomers, or we could do the, I got the Posca sitting right here. I got the Posca sitting right here. So if y'all want to know what they look like, of course, I took them out of the box. So here's the Poscas. They're 4 trays, 4 little trays. Everybody's going with the Posca. Okay, we'll go with the Posca. Again, I haven't really used them. We'll see how they do. I should just give them away because I'm not going to use them like I probably should, and they're going to feel unloved and neglected. All right, let me go ahead and dry this real quick and let me move this just so I don't stick my hand in the paint or anything wet here. Thank you, Kat. Kat's putting y'all a link in there. I did keep the box, thinking I might just do a giveaway. So maybe okay. See, it's not. Let me get a baby wipe. It's not dry, so I just stuck my hand in the black wet paint. Hang on, let's try. Okay, I think that's pretty dry. Hang on, guys. I'm going to do a BRB, and I'm also going to look for the box over there. Hang on. While I take a quick BRB, and also while I walk by the shelf that I think the box is on. Oh, there it is. There it is. I kept the box, so maybe we'll do a giveaway. We'll see here. Hang on. Okay. I'll set this here while I do a BRB. Okay, hang on. I'll be right back. Okay. So that's what the box looks like. All right, let me get comfy again in my big old chair. All right, let's get my hands dry. Have you tried I might have done if it's been around for a long time, I might have tried those years and years ago, Marilyn. If it's the newer one, then no. I quit buying I quit buying new pencils because I did buy the Woomers and I did buy these just because they're the Posca brand. Hang on, let's move back one here just for a minute. So the Posca 48s. See, they're like this. And they're like this. And it's a little flashed out because of the black background. So let me see if I can get that to turn the brightness down a little because if you use a lot of black or white, then you're going to flash your camera. There we go. That's better. So let me hold the colors up so you can see them better. And they're probably not in the order that they came in. So you can see I've used a couple of them. There's one right there that's broken. I don't know what I did right there. Anyway, so there's the ones. All right, so let's go ahead and this is the box that they come in. I'm not sure. Kat put a link in. I don't know how much are they running, Kat? Did you notice how much the 48 box is running price wise? I'm not sure how much they're running. But yeah, I'm not sure which pencil case I put my Woomers in. So I won't dig it out right now because I'd have to get out too many pencil cases to try. They're soft but well, so are my Prismacolor. My Prismacolor, I've not found anything I've liked more than my Prismacolor as far as soft and creamy. My Prismacolors are my babies. Now I've got tons of sets because I got my mom's double set, my Uncle Gary's double set. I have a triple set. I probably have maybe 8 sets, complete sets of Prismacolors all total. And then I still use them out of the, I still use my Prismacolors out of the silverware tray. All right, so let's see here. And I will say, regardless of any pencils that you use, regardless of any pencils you use, whatever brand, let me get a fresh one up here. I've never, um, had a white Prismacolor. I mean, nothing beats a white Prismacolor for a white pencil. Prismacolor is the best. Just saying. Bye, Elsa. All right, so let's see what we can do here. All right, now I ended up buying not some probably a year ago. I don't remember. Some extra white, a box of white Prismacolor because I was running a little low on whites. Even as many sets as I have, I go through a lot of white Prismacolors. But I just pulled this off the shelf, and this is a good example to show you guys when you buy your Prismacolor or really any pencil that you can see the core. Always check the core to see if it's centered. If it's not centered, when you sharpen them, they will break easier. So I just pulled this off the shelf and it's pretty centered, but it's not 100% centered. Let me see if I can get it to. Can you see how it's just a little off center? Can you see how it's a little more over here? It's just a little bit, but sometimes they're way off. Now, when you buy them like this, I bought a pack of 10 or 12, whatever it was. You don't get to see them, right? You don't get to see the core. But if you buy a set of 120 or something and half your cores are offset, you need to exchange them. You need to send them back and get another set because you will be breaking those suckers left and right. So, and the same thing if you go to the Hobby Michaels or whatever, and you're buying them individually, you want to check out the cores to make sure. I think they're pretty new. I found out about them. Okay. Yeah, I love Lindsay the Frugal Crafter. Lindsay has probably tested every supply you can ever imagine. And I love that. I love that because then you know whether you think you're going to like. And she's real honest too. Even if she's sponsored, she will be very honest about the what she's reviewing. Oh, you know what? I should have showed this. So I showed y'all let's do it this way so you can see the colors of these based on their ends. Okay, so here's the colors. There's the colors of the Poscas. Okay. If you want to take a screenshot of them just so you have the, full range of colors as best I can get them in the light there for you. So, and are they, let's see, do I remember if they're numbered or named? No, it just says Mitsubishi Pencil Company, Uni Posca. There's no number, there's no name. So you have to go off of, swatch them. You can swatch it, anything. And again, they're not in any kind of order because Cameron and I both use these at least once. All right, so what I want to do, let's just start with the teal guy here. And I got my extra white. I'll only go with a white Prismacolor. I don't care what. I've used Lumis, Holbees, what's the other one that starts with a P? Anyway, I have all those, but nothing beats a white Posca. I mean, a white Prisma. Okay, let's see. Let me pick a couple. Let's see. I'm not sure how dark that's going to be. Maybe I just need a kind of a yellow ochre color. I'm trying to look at let me sharpen this one yellow here that's broken because. And Joanne's the one that turned me on to these Tegal pencil sharpeners, and you can adjust them. I think I usually keep them at a 3. These are amazing. You can get them on Amazon, and I have since bought. She had sent me a few, but since then Cameron took 1 or 2. Denise took. I've bought them. I bought 2 or 3 more sets. These they're not expensive, and these are amazing. And then you just slide the back off of them to empty them out. But you can adjust the point, and these are amazing. I love these pencil sharpeners. Should be a number at the butt end. Oh, is that a number? Oh, I guess you're right. There is a number on the butt end, Dabbler. Okay, so this is a number. It's so hard to see. Look, it's in silver on yellow there. It's a two. I think that's a two. Okay, so I'm going to look at, see, I want those two. Well, I really want the teal. Let's go with teal first. Let's put these back. Let's see. I'll put my yellows together here. Let's put that over here. Let's get the yellows together and just move that over here so I have a space for the yellows. Put right over there. Just to keep them together if I decide to use them. All right. And then I'm going to get some teals out. See, I hate these little trays. I do not like little trays. And if I decided, and the only reason they're still in the trays because I hadn't decided if I wanted to keep them. If I give them away, then I want to have the tray and the box. Now where'd the box go? Anyway, but when I have pencils, they don't stay in any of this. Same thing for any markers. They go in rubber bands and they go on my my pen wall. My marker and pen wall. That's where they live. All right, let's move this over here just so I can kind of. I'm just trying to get some of the colors together, like these two colors. Where's the other white one go? There. Okay, now let me go. Listen, I'm going to work on this guy because he's easy to see in camera. So I want some teal colors. Let's see. This one and a lighter. Let's see. This one maybe. And or this one. That's almost exact same color. This is too blue. I don't like that. That's kind of a green. Might be too green, but I'm probably with the light color it might work. All right, I'm gonna just start with these two. We'll zoom back in. Y'all still with the tour? Everybody needs a pin wall. When you see my pin wall, Arlene. Let's see. Let's zoom in one. Maybe one more, just to we can. While we're coloring this close up, there we go. And then I got my white, and now the white's a Prismacolor, and then I'm sure I'm going to need a Posca. Now, here's the thing about using Poscas. Drop the brush. Let's leave those brushes out of the way. Here's the thing about using Poscas, and I'm not sure which one of these are fresh enough that are going to work, but what's nice about using a Posca, a white Posca, and you can have lots of colors, and I have lots of colors of Posca, but I always, especially in my color books, revert back to the white ones. And here's why. When you put down some white Posca, let it dry, you can go over it with pencil or watercolor or other colors and turn your white Posca marks a different color with your pencils. So I'm going to keep those out. Okay, so let's see. All right, let's go ahead and start shading on him. I'm just going to use this number. What is that number? 31. It kind of looks like a green, kind of a teal, kind of a teal green. I just stand up and try to I had to too. Okay, and then maybe we'll do, let's see, let's go ahead and do his teeth white. Let's see if this Posca's working out. See, I've got to get one that's working here. I have a whole bunch of them, and I just grab them. So half of them work, half of them don't. Okay, I want his teeth. I'm going to make him have actual teeth here. This one has a big fang, like a big tooth, one big tooth. This one has like one big tooth, fang tooth. Those don't have any. This one, I'll just give him like little baby teeth. And this one, let's just give him some fangs. There aren't any, but we're going to make him have some. Okay, same thing for this guy. We'll give him just some teeth. Okay, did I get them all? So let's make this one a little bigger. I'll color in the back of there. And then this one, maybe he just has one tooth. All right, so we got all their teeth taken care of. And also, when you do, remember color book pages. Let me see if I can find me a Sharpie pen here. Color book pages are not dark black, right? So if you want things like pupils or anything like that, where's another? That's not a. Hang on, I'm trying to find a Sharpie because I love my Sharpie pens for this point. I think I took them in the other room this morning. Hang on. Let me go grab my Sharpie pen. Just a minute. I love these because they also don't bleed. And that goes, okay, Malibu, I see you. Malibu's walking the edge of the table right here. I don't know if you saw her. But a Sharpie, black Sharpie pen. Not a marker, but a pen. She's left again. So if you want dark pupils or any other like nostrils or anything like that, you want to darken them with like, well, you could do it with a pencil too, but I just get, it's a nice sharp point to get in there with a Sharpie pen. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do all their pupils. Okay. I don't know if you'd be able to tell. Let's look at one real close. Okay, so like this guy, see his pupils? Now let me go in there with the pen. See, they're nice and black. And then I'll go in with a Posca and give it a dot highlight. That guy right up there in the corner. Okay, I think I got them all. Now I'll take my Posca. Now this is kind of a broad point, but if I'm nice, if I'm gentle, I can get a nice, just a dot of highlight in their eye. Did that a little too much. Okay, so they all got their eyes in now. This one's, let me fix that guy. Let me fix this one. There we go. Then I could do behind the teeth. I'll probably just do that like instead of black, I'll just do it like the dark color. All right, we're going to have to zoom in again. I know it's really hard to color details and for y'all to be able to see the details as I color them. All right, let's see. Let's brighten it up just a little. I hear you, Malibu. Let's readjust the focus. Okay. I swear I never get. I don't either, Tina. Hi, Keeks. Let's see. Evie, I like the toofies. All right, so I'll try to hold my pencil back so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. All right, so I'm going to just kind of color this guy here. And I could do his tongue a different color, but I'm going to keep them all pretty monochromatic as far as that goes. But let's go ahead and just go ahead and, so I'm going to just kind of start shading. And I'm going to try to use as few colors as possible. So I'm going to use this color and this color, which is number, what is that number? P6? It looks like P6. That's the only one I've seen so far with the, what do you call it, a letter in it. Okay, so we'll get the little tongue in here. Get the little tongue shaded in. Get my white Prismacolor and just a little extra something on the tongue there. Okay, so now when that dries, if I don't want it that white, I could take my light teal color and go over that tongue and it'll turn it a light teal. Same thing for the teeth. Like I can take, let's just do, I think it should be dry now. Do a little shadow up on the top of their lip or top of his mouth. Oh my goodness. All right, so now I'm going to just go ahead and I do need to sharpen. I always like nice sharp pencils. All right, so now I'm going to go around and just do a little bit of shading. You're just going to just have, it's going to be hard to see really much. That's why I say my channel's not a demo tutorial. We don't do demo tutorials like, all right, I'm using this number. I mean, I'm showing you a couple of numbers, but I'm not stopping and telling you every color I'm going to use as I go. And I just don't. I don't do tutorials. I just do demos and try to explain things as best I can. All right, so I want to get one of his frills, I'm going to just call it that, on his head done so you can see how we can do some different techniques on that. So first I'm just going to kind of go around the edge and I'm just kind of doing little circles because they're kind of circly looking along the edges, but although I'm going to go back in there with maybe I'll use a gel pen. I'll get out one of the Langau. I mean, not the Langau, the Panda Fly. Let's see here. Let me dig one out. Is this one? Yeah, here we go. Panda Fly gel pen. And like I said, they come in silver, black, silver, white, and gold. We're going to play with that. What make of color pencil do you use? Well, today I'm using the Posca today, but I use Prismacolor mostly Prismacolor. But today I'm using by request. I'm using the Posca by request. Okay, gills, is that what they are? But they're on their head. CB, they're gills on top of his head. I guess that could work. It could be some kind of creature that breathes through gills on top of its head, CB. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm just doing some little swirly bits here. And then I'm also going to go around and shade around the little dots or the little scales or his little skin, whatever that is. And let's do a little around the eyes too. We'll give him some more thing around the eyes. Okay, let's go ahead and just do a little bit of shading here. And the pencils, the Poscas are working just fine. And I'm going on top of acrylic paint, right? You can do a lot on top of acrylic paint. Spam call. I'm just not going to answer it. Just let it ring for a second. Just let it ring for a second. Then I can delete the spam calls, block and delete, Doesn't matter. They just change their number and call you back. Let's see. Hi, Tracy. Who else am I missing? Thank you, guys. All right, let's go around all these little dots here. I can see it already needs to be sharpened again. So they're soft. If you have to sharpen them that often, then they're soft pencils. Just like, like Prismacolors are soft pencils. I'm just going around the little, I'm calling them scales. And axolotls don't look like octopi. That this is her creature imagination monster thing, right? All right, so let me just go ahead and get some color down here. And again, any place that I went out of line, it doesn't matter because that's going to be painted solid black. So you don't have to be so careful when you know you're going to paint the background a solid, opaque color. Let's get a little bit down here. Just got to block it all in. But because it's got the acrylic base, the pencil is making some, you can do some cool shading and stuff because you're working on top of a little bit of a texture of the acrylic paint. So I'm just going to kind of block all the, let's do a little shading in here. See, it's already needs to be sharpened again. They're soft enough that I'm having to sharpen that fast. Tracy, this is the Myth and Monster one. Yes, this is the new one. If you miss, well, I know you missed it because you just got here, Tracy. I did a flip of all my Camilla del Greco books earlier. I did a flip of all of them, kind of a thumb flip, not a in-depth flip, but yeah. So I did flip them all. I flipped them off. So I would like to just finish this one little guy anyway. And then his other tail end goes over there. Okay, so got a little bit. Do I need to brighten it up just a tad maybe? It might be a little dark. Let's try to brighten it up just a little. There we go. That's better. Thanks, Kat. All right, now I'm going to go back to the lighter one here. No, you know what? I think I'm going to go into with the white. And I'm using the white Prismacolor. I could use the white Posca, but it's not going to, I'm not going to love it, I know. Nope, I can already tell. I can tell. It doesn't lay down that bright white. All right, so now I'm just going to go in here and find some highlights. And I could also go back in with Posca marker, to add more brights. Got some of that color on him there. That's just, we'll call it reflective light. This light's reflecting on him there. Okay. And I'm kind of going fast so that I can, try to get them done there. Okay. Yeah, the white Prismacolor. All right, now I'm going to go back to the light. I'm only using 3 colors here. But I think I might want to do some. Let's try the panda fly for this technique here. Instead of a skinny Posca, I'm going to try this. I'm going to add. Let's see if I can get it. Might see how it's going over the wax. We'll see if how it's gonna go over my wax. Okay, it's working. Okay, so I'm gonna do some little. You don't usually like to use your gel pens over wax pencils, But it seems to be okay so far. We'll continue on. I'll hold it up so you can see what I'm doing here in a minute. All right, so got some of that in there. Got to let that dry now. Gel pens, Posca markers, you know, paint bases, watercolor, acrylic, whatever it is. You got to let it dry before you go back over things with pencil, or you'll just be scraping it off. Now, I know you can't see this because it's so tiny, but I'm going to hold it up here in just a minute. But I want to try to get as much done as I can. Okay, wait, I got one more to do. Those little frills. Okay. All right, now I want to take my white Posca and I'm going to go and do the dots in the I might add a few more dots in there too. I'll hold it up here 1 second. All right, so you can see how far I've got so far. All right, so I got all those little white scribbles and the inside white dots. Now I'm going to hit it with a heat gun just because I could let it dry for a minute, but I'm, want to get this done. So okay, now I really want a darker teal that I'm not sure we have in this 48 set. I could use black, which I usually do anyway because it doesn't bother me to use black. People, I don't use black. Well, I don't have a darker teal than this green. So let me see. I can either go with black or let me look in my Prismacolor and see if I have a little bit darker. I just need a little one shade darker before I go in with any kind of black. But let's see. Do I have exactly what I want in Prismacolor? I don't know that that's. Yeah, I think that might work. Okay. Plus black. All right. So I'm going to go with this Prismacolor aquamarine, sorry, and a black. So let me sharpen these two. I want to finish this guy right here, and I want to do a giveaway. Thank you, Debbie. All right, so let's see here. Get a little bit darker and some little details with the dark. It's not that much dark. I don't think it's not noticeable. So it's not noticeable enough for me to continue with it because it's going to take too long. So I'm going to go in here with a little bit of the black in between the teeth up there at the top, just to make that stand out a little bit more, and a little bit around the eyes. Maybe a little around the lip there. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the two shades that I got out of the Posca, the two colors there. And now I'm just going to add some sections of really dark, some black. Now, I'm not trying to, I don't want it to be too much, but I need some darker areas. So I'm just going to kind of go around here in some different areas. Get some nice darks in here. And then same thing around the little dots in the centers. I'm going to get those nice and make those stand out. And so the same thing that I'm doing on this guy in the teal, I would do in the others with their shades, with their darker magenta, like I'd use on yellow, I'd use a yellow ochre. I'm just getting some little areas here. I'll hold this up on each stage because I know you're not seeing it, because if I zoom in too much, we just lose clarity. I'm just using a web camera. I'm not using a iPhone or, some of the other nice cameras that you can zoom like up to the, nostril hairs without it pixelating. All right, so let's do this. I've never tried to stream with my phone. I've done a couple of, videos from like Hobby Lobby or Blick, with my iPhone, but I don't stream with it. All right, so there we go. I think I should go ahead and just stop on the rest of it because we're going to run out of time, but I'll just do a little bit in here. Okay. So I'm getting in some of the darkest darks after I got in some of the lightest lights. And you can do this in various stages. You don't have to do it this systematically, You can skip around. So, all right, so now I got some of the darks in here. Let's go around this little frill, if you will. Okay, so there's some of the darks. Oh, let me go ahead and do these. Kind of get some in there. And then I'll take the dark teal and blend those out. Wherever I put the black, I'm going to go in there and blend that out. And then any place I have the white, I can go in with the light teal and go over that, like all those little circles that I just put. I can go over that with the light teal, and it'll turn that bright white Posca to a light teal instead of a bright white. It'll just knock back the brightness of it, but you'll still be able to see it translucent through the pencil. Okay, so I'm just going to go over all the white little scribbles that I put in. And that'll knock it back to a light teal. But you'll still see the little squiggles. And you can always go back and add more squiggles. All right, so now I'm going to go back to the dark teal. And go in there, and any place I added black, I'm going to blend that out so it's not as harsh. And I know I'm not seeing chat very much. Is that black or dark green? This one is, I'm using a black, and this one right here is the dark green. This is a Prismacolor black. Yeah. But now I'm going back. I'm going back with the Posca dark green over the black Prismacolor to blend it out. I could put some more little swirls in there. Add some more texture, Sharpening It does, the Poscas do wear down. And I'm going to do some more little swirls all over. Just make his whole skin look kind of, not scaly, but kind of. I'll hold it up again in a minute. I'm going to go around the little circles, all the little dots that I drew in there, that I added. I'm just blending in the black. Adding some more swirls. So yeah, if y'all missed the beginning of this morning, I talked about all the different videos going all over Instagram and all over the internet with the World Cup, the soccer players from all over the world, Europe in particular, enjoying America. Oh my gosh, y'all need to watch some, even a few. You will be so proud of America, and you'll be proud of you'll just be proud of the Europeans, and there's Japanese and different countries, but it's mostly the Europeans that are filming videos, and it's just so refreshing. It's so refreshing to have good, see some good in the world, and it really is good to see all of it. So if you missed it, go and not me on Instagram or YouTube. I see them all on Instagram, but yeah. All right, so I think I'm going to stop on that. Well, let me finish this little one right here. Get a little bit more black in here. I could shade that in. And I am hurrying, guys. I am doing this quick. Bye, Arlene. All right, so there. Now let me go ahead and back up, and then I'll hold it up because I think it'll be clearer. It might be a little clearer. Okay, so now I want to take my white again, and I want to do a little bit more swirls. I want some of that white to stand out just a little bit more. I can see that I need to clean off the tip of my pen every now and then because I'm picking up pencil, a little bit of pencil with my panda fly. Just give me a little more character here. Alrighty. Alrighty. A little bit more. I'm just liking the way the little swirly skin thing is going here. I'm just liking the way that looks up close. It's hard to see on camera, but all right, I can kind of get the idea. Let me just do a little bit of shadow by each little tooth. Make those stand out a little. And see some of the places that you see the dark black there and there and there. I haven't blended those out yet. So you just go in there and you can blend that out. And trust me, it's going to look good when all of them are done and around the back. Real quick, I think I will just take let me get a little brush and just do a little bit around that particular axolotl with the black. Let's see, no, that's not the brush. Where's my brush? Where's the brush I was using? That's not it. Where is it? Well, maybe I'll just use this little one here. It should be okay. All right, here we go. All right, my brush is really, really dry. There we go. So you can see how dramatic it's going to look when it's all got black behind it. And of course, then you do the bubbles too. I'm not trying to be real careful around the bubbles because we can go back with the Posca and fix the bubbles. I'll hold it up here just a minute. I guess I could zoom in one. It is a little far away. Thank you, Pamela. You like his teeth? I like his teeth too. Okay. My paint is kind of dry. Let's water it down just a little, not too much though. I don't want it to be translucent. But it's been sitting here a minute, so. And I'll show you what I can do with the bubbles. It's just or a couple of them anyway. I've got to make sure this is dry. They're in the crack. Right in the crack of the book. It's so much more dramatic when you have the background done. I want to show a few bubbles, so hang on. I'm not looking at checks. I'm trying to hurry here, guys, because I still want to do a giveaway. All right, let's do it. One more little section here. All right. Now, let me hit this with the heat gun real quick. Clean that brush. Hi, thanks, Carrie. I hope so. Trying to see where, make sure it's dry. All right, now I'm going to take the bigger Posca Hopefully it's working there. And I'm going to go ahead and do nice big bubbles. And I'm going to go over him in certain places. So the bubbles kind of go over his body in a couple places. So it kind of sets him in. Even though they're not there, those bubbles are not there in the page. Camilla's not going to email me, is she, View? I don't know if View's still here. Camilla's not going to email me and say those bubbles weren't there, you know. And so now I'm fixing all the ones that, you know, I had kind of not painted neatly. All right, so let's pull in there. And then his little toes. His little toes are right there too. Now this one's not working that well. Probably need a panda fly to get his little toes in there. Same for this one. Get his little toes. And let's fix this black. A couple places I didn't let my paint go right up to the edge. You can go in there and fix it with the pencil. Get tight. You know, get tight in there if you didn't, your paint brush didn't get real tight in there. Okay, so then we're going to have a couple others, just random. And then, because this is on black acrylic paint, I can take, now this needs to dry. When that's dry, I can take my pencil and kind of do a little, I don't want to say it's a kind of a glow, you know, or a little movement to the bubbles. You know, who knows where those bubbles are coming from? There's a lot of bubbles up under the, you know, are axolotls gassy? I don't know. Let me just, I'll hold this up here just a second. Let's get in here where I missed a little tighter in there. Okay, well, let's do this one here too. Just kind of looking around there. All right, so there we go. So you can see where we're heading there. See how you can go around the bubbles with the white pencil? You only can do that. That only works because that's black acrylic paint. If this was black pencil, this would not work. You could not go in here and circle like this so easily and just a little bit of, you know, you couldn't do that if this was not acrylic paint in the background. So there we go. All right, let's back up now. Let's see what we can do. There we go. So you can see, because we're so zoomed in, now you can see how the big picture is going to look. And again, I would do a little bit where the black shading is. I'd blend that out a little better with my dark green. But I'm going to put these back in here. All right, here we go. So let's see, where can I fit these in? Here we go. Here's one can fit there. And one can fit over here. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to give this set away, but I have to tell you, it can only be US. For international, I will give away a couple pages out of, where'd it go? Hang on. Let me move my, what do you call it? Heat tool fell. Let's move that. Okay, where's my painted ink one? This one. Is this the, yeah. So I'm going to give some pages. Now I'll have to probably cut down a little bit off the edges for it to fit in an 8.5 by 11, well, 11 by this wide envelope. But I'll give some pages away for international people out of this, and I'll give away the Posca pencils to a US person. Because I can't ship that, guys. This costs $100 to ship international. I might as well just send you go buy them yourself kind of thing. All right, so let's see. Let's start with international. I will cut some pages out of here. Where's my knife here? All right, let's see what we can do here. All right, I like her with the, and it is perforated, but the perforations, because I've torn so many out of this book already, the perforations are like, you already cut that one. All right, so let's cut out 3. Let's go that one. Maybe this loving couple here. See, I've got to get behind the other perforation. We'll do that one. And then we'll do, let's see what else is in here. Let's do something different. Here, this girl. All right. And remember, these are like on watercolor paper, but it's not really watercolor paper. So you got to kind of, play with it gently until you see how it's going to perform with you, whatever kind of water medium you're going to use, whether that is, whether that would be watercolor, because I'm sending Janet, those other ones, watercolor, or can you see the texture? It's a little textury. Okay, and then this one. So I'm going to give these 3. I'm just in a celebratory mood because we got the 30K. Next week, all right, let me show that real quick too. Hang on, guys. Next week, I'm going to give away, is there 7, or how many prints do I have here? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. And I'll put them in sleeves. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I got 8. So I got 8 prints that I'm going to give away next week, and I'm going to put them in plastic sleeves. And this I will ship international or US. Now this will be next week. Don't go post anything in the post tab right now, because right now the post at the top of the post tab is about the ATCs. We'll do this next week, but just to entice y'all for next week, I'm going to give away all these prints next week to celebrate my what do you call it? And I'm going to sign them down here at the bottom to celebrate the 30th anniversary, 30K subbies. This one, and some of these y'all seen, some of these y'all may have, but I'm going to give this whole set away next week. Okay, that'll be next week. So today I'm going to give these 3 watercolor texture pages away to international. Okay, so this is going to be, let me make some room here. All right, international only, because I can't ship pencils international, and I'm sure y'all understand that. Okay, so this is international only, and I probably won't get to the post office until this weekend. Okay, today is Wednesday. I probably won't get there till Saturday. So some of this will not go shipped out because I have to go to the post office, and I probably won't get there till Saturday. Okay, so let me find my iPad. Hang on, gotta get it all together here. iPad. Okay. Let me get the random.org up. Okay. Random.org. Come on. There we go. All right. Random.org. When I type in go, put in a number between 1 and 100. 1 number only. International only. 1 to 100. And I'll send you these 3 color pages that are, they're textury. They're like a flimsy watercolor paper, but they're textury. So you could do some watercolor practice on there. Okay. So, okay, Devin. All right, I understand. Devin says, I have the book, so I'm not going to play. Okay, well, that's nice of you. Okay. All right, let's see. Did it go? All right, there we go. International only, 1 to 100. Hi, Raul. International only. And we'll put that in a white, one of those white envelopes. And so, yeah. I see. Come on up. Come on, baby. I know you want to come up here. But I hope y'all enjoyed seeing some demo of this. Now, I probably won't finish this week. because I got some other things I got to get done. But I wanted to show y'all, I wanted to work and show my Camilla Del Greco. This is her new book. Okay, this is the new one. And so I hope you'll enjoy seeing that. All right, international. Oh, I see, baby. I know it's time for lunch, isn't it? I hear you purring. Okay. All right, get your numbers in. All right, I'm going to count down. International only. If I probably have most of y'all's addresses, but you have to be willing to send me your address so I can get it to you. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Don't dilly-dally, dawdle, or lollygag. 1. Hit the enter if you haven't. Okay, here we go. First person closest to 53 without going over. 53 without going over. 53 without going over. Let me scroll back. 53 without going over. Let's see. Tracy had 34. Is it Tracy with 34? It might be Tracy with 34. Am I correct? Y'all double check me. Raul had 52. Let me scroll back. Raul had 52. Let me scroll. Why am I not seeing Raul? I'm going to take y'all's word for it. I don't see. Oh, I see. No. Raul, you put it in before my. Did you put it in before my go? No, I see. Okay, no, Raul got it then. Raul and had 52. Okay, so Raul got it with 52. But Tracy, I haven't sent you anything in a long time. So Tracy, I'm going to send you something too. But I'm not sure if I have your current address, Tracy. Tracy, do I have your current address? Send me your current address, Tracy, and I'll send you a surprise. Okay? I'm just going to write in Tracy. Here, Tracy, send me your address again. I probably have it somewhere, but send it to me again, and I'll send her a surprise. Because I haven't seen you in a while. So we'll send you a surprise, Tracy. And Raul, you'll get the color book pages, okay? All right? So there we go. Did you get my address, Tracy? I mean, my email? Did you get my email? Okay. Now, Malibu, she's so cute. She's just sitting on the chair while I'm spinning. It's going up under. All right. So now we're going to give away. And let's see. And I, lightly loved. Where's the box they came in? Because I kept the box. Where'd I put it? There it is. Oh, gee. On, I just flicked a whole bunch of papers on the floor. Let me pick these up because I'll not know what's what. I grabbed the pencil box and a handful of papers. All right, so let's see what we can do about putting these back in here. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put these all in here. Now, this has to be U.S. only, and, it is what it is because... All right, there we go. Hang on. All righty. USA only. 1 to 100. Same rules apply. Wait till I type in go. Move some of this stuff out of my way. Okay. USA only. Space. Sorry, Malibu. All right. Wait till I type in go. USA only. I'm going to give away my Posca pencils because somebody else will love them. Now, here's the thing, guys. Let's be thoughtful on this. If you are not going to use them, if you don't color, you don't even like color pencils, you don't ever pick one up, you never pick one up, and you're not going to pick one up if you win it. Don't play. Let somebody that's really going to use them play. Okay. I mean, you can, I'm not going to stop you, but I just hate to give something like this away and you're going to win it. It's going to sit on your desk and never be used. Don't do that. Okay. That's just me. That's just me. Yes. The Posca pencils. All right. USA only, cannot do international something like this. All right. So just saying. And it's not a rule. I mean, I'm just saying. Thank you, Kat. I think so. All right. And again, I'll get to the post office this weekend. All right. There we go. US only. USA only. Lightly loved. I've only used them today and one other time. And Cameron used them a little bit. And he goes, no, I like my I like my Prismacolor. I love my Prismacolor. All right, so there's that little pile. Looking at all my little piles of stuff here that I make sure I go through. The color Pop Manga. Okay, I took a thumbnail. Let's move the paint. All right, I'll give y'all just a second. Oh, I don't want to pile that up. Hang on, I'm making a mess. All right, move, Malibu. Oh, I don't want to get this paint on me. All right, let me go wash my hands, guys. I just stuck my hands in the paint. Hang on. Put your numbers in. Okay. There we go. I see you, Malibu. What was I going to do? Malibu, I can't get in the chair, baby. Jeez. Okay. All right, I'm going to count down, guys. Going to count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Faithful Mess, you have 2 numbers. Delete 1. Before I hit enter, you got 2 numbers, Faithful Mess. Delete one of your numbers, please. Because I don't want you to not be eligible because you got 2 numbers in. So can you delete one of them, please? Am I live? Can somebody ask Faithful Mess? You did, 80X. Okay, all right. Okay. All right, there we go. Here we go. All right. Let me do a new number. Here we go. First person closest to 89 without going over. Who's closest to 89 without going over? 89 without going over. All right. All right, Tina, I'll wait till the ad goes by. we do our best, people. We do our best. You know what I mean? We do our best. Scrolling all the way back. Okay, let's see what we got here. See an 80. Who's got closer to 80? Okay, I still don't know what Faithful Mess had in. Is it Faithful Mess with 88? Okay, Faithful Mess had 88. Okay, Faithful, and she will use them. I know Faithful Mess will use them. She had 88. Okay, there we go. All right, Faithful Mess, you will get the pencils, which is nice because you're always so generous with us. So it's getting back to you. Okay, there we go. Let me scroll. Do I miss anybody? Faithful Mess. Okay, and Lucia. Okay. All right. Lucia, you were way lagged. Okay. Did I get everything? Did anybody? Literally picking up the washing machine books for giveaway. The washing machine. All right, guys. Well, I hope everybody had a good time. I hope everybody got some ideas, some inspiration. Let me pick up my desk journal. I'll send out the rest of this happy mail this weekend. Yeah, I'm just scrolling through here to see if there's anything else that I missed. Stick those paintbrushes away. Okay, I know, Malibu, you're up under the table. All right. Devin, do you stream today? I didn't see if you said. If I don't ask, I don't know, because Devin streams on odd Wednesdays, and I can't keep up with myself, let alone everybody else's stream. So y'all have to let me know, or tell everybody. All right, let's see. Let's move this out of the way and see if I've missed anybody. All right. All right, what's going on now? All right, I see people saying something's not fair. What's not fair? What did I miss? What did I miss? You're on vacation. Oh, well, where are you, Devin? You're out of town somewhere? Can someone explain to me? I don't know what's going on. What did I miss in chat? What did I miss in chat? Okay. Faithful Mess changed her number. Well, I thought she deleted it. I told her that she had to delete it. All right. You know what, guys? I don't know what to say. It just makes me not even want to do giveaways. That's all I got to say. You know what? I'll figure it out. I'll buy another set of Poscas. So who's complaining that they should have won? Tell me. Who if Faithful Mess didn't win, who's saying they should have won? Can somebody tell me? Because I can't see the chat. I can't scroll back that far. Can somebody tell me? And this will be next week. I'm going to do my print giveaway, and that's going to be my last big giveaway. Okay, Cindy Daly, I will get you a set. Cindy Daly, you will get a set of Poscas as well. Both of y'all will get a set of Poscas, and then next week will be my last big giveaway. All right, y'all have a great rest of your week, and we will see y'all later. Bye, guys.